Well, good evening, everyone. I don't know, for some of you who are in quarantine for such a long time, it's good to wear colors and actually have a good meeting together. It's going to be at 6 o'clock for those who speak French. I'm just going to do a really quick flash course in English with my Quebecer accent. I had lots of friends coming from all over the world that were laughing yesterday. One Quebecer guy in New York said to me, well, I can hear your funny accent. And you know why? I'm proud of being Quebecer Canadian, and I'm proud of that accent. Obviously, I learned from all over the world. I said tomato for such a long time before somebody told me it was tomato, whatever, potato, but I sound like a person from Ukraine mixed with Australia, Canada, whatever. We're all connected now, aren't we? So hi, Claudia is there. I hope you're feeling better. I'm very proud of what you did. And actually the message you wrote. A good friend of mine. Salut Amélie. Alors, so we're going to really do a really quick course in English. Today is Spain. In French, it's going to be a bit longer because I'm playing the wine game called Mystery Wine. We're going to translate it in English soon, but for now, we don't quite have it yet. So I'm just going to walk you through the 3 easy steps, which are in your face. So the visual, the nose, what you smell, and then what you taste and mouth. First thing first, in Spain. Salut tout le monde, hi. So good for seeing you there. Rencontre sportive is going to be at 6 o'clock. I'm going to give the password for those who want to chit-chat all night. But since you're there, I'm going to give it right away for you. It's going to be Castilla. Okay, Castilla, if you want to meet a single person out there. So I'm going to walk you through. I took a small glass, but I'm going to put it in a bigger glass. I just wanted to see how the wine would evolve. Tempranillo is one of my favorite grapes for food. Food-wise, it's very food-friendly. It's the king of grape in Spain. You find it in Rioja or Ribera del Duero. Duero, it's like all of the water stream that goes all the way to the Douro in Portugal. So Duero, Douro, same thing. Tempranillo is like a Cabernet Sauvignon, but more on the cedar sort of tobacco taste, very spicy, quite masculine. But what's interesting and what you need to remember, I'm going to repeat it in French, but it's the 3 sort of mention of age in oak, and it's quite different. I've been reading all the afternoon about it, and they don't mention all the same information. Basically, when you see on a bottle, okay, I'm just going to take my buffer now. There's nothing written on the label. It says Bu, which is the name of the brand, Tempranillo, which is the grape name, and then if you saw right under a mention saying Crianza, it's like the first step, okay, of aging in oak. So usually Crianza mean age for 2 years, okay, 1 in oak. And then you're going to see Reserva. So it should be more expensive because it's older. And then it's 3 years of age, while 2 is in the bottle, okay? Well, sometimes it's going to be 2. It's not quite clear. It's either 6 months for a Crianza up to a year in oak. And for a Reserva, it's 12 months in oak and another one in year, or 2 years in a bottle. So I'm going to start straight, easier. I came with all of my old note from school. So Crianza, remember, 2 years. Okay, Reserva, 3 of aging, and Gran Reserva, 5. For Crianza, 1 year will be in oak, 6 to 12 months. For Reserva, 1 year in oak, 2 in a bottle. And for Gran Reserva, it's going to be age 5 years, which 2 should be in oak, up to 18 months, okay, average 24 months, and 3 in a bottle. So basically, what does it mean? When you drink a wine that's written down joven, which means it's going to be young, well, then you don't have like a special evolving in oak, all right? Crianza, it's going to be 2 years, Reserva, 3, and Gran Reserva, 5 years of aging in oak. That's all you have to remember, and we're gonna see how Tempranillo evolves, all right? So when you taste the Tempranillo, yeah, I love Spanish wine, me too, Marie. Est-ce que le live en français? Yes, it's gonna be at 6 heures en français. I'm doing it in English because a lot of people speak English. Everybody is at home from all over the world. And it's fun to have like a different sort of wine course. The way I see wine, it should be easy. There's plenty of stuff, that you learn about, but you need to remember these things. In Spain, the king of grape, it's Tempranillo. It is from the region of Rioja or Ribera del Duero, okay? It's very food friendly, and the thing that's very different than the other region of the world is that they age wine in oak barrel. And oak barrel, what's gonna happen is that my wine is not aged in oak for a long time. It's a very fruit forward, food friendly, but let's say it would be a Reserva or Grand Reserva, okay? I'm gonna take the white surface right here. Right at the rim, you should see a difference in color. So it's sort of orangey, okay? When it's orangey, in French we call that grenat. It's like a prune, a dry prune, just like a port, okay? Tawny port. The color should evolve orangey-like, and that means that it has been aged, so it's sort of oxidized like a metal, okay? So it's right at the rim, and the color is strong, but not that strong because it has age. If you swirl it around, the legs, you don't really see it, but you see legs much more than the other wines. Why? Okay, it's either sugar, but in my wine, there's no sugar. It's 3 grams under, so it's the alcohol. The alcohol content, mine is 13%, but it's very warm. It's coming from Castilla-La Mancha, which is one of the biggest wine region. And what I really like about it, it's the nose. So when you smell it, obviously you have fruit the same color as this. So prune, it's going to be like a dark cherry, okay, blackberry. It's a darker sort of brownish prune color. And then you have legs. Legs means it has been coming from a very warm climate. Castilla-La Mancha is super hot. And then when you smell it, obviously you have the fruit, but it's not the fruit that's come, okay? You have fruit, a bit of oak, but lots of spice. So it's fruit and spice. It's not overpowered with oak in this case. If it was aged for quite a long time, like a Grand Reserva, the oak would be very traditional, and you would smell it like a very fine and refined smell. Just like, when you open the door, a cedar door, like the oak of the cedar, it smells so lovely. So this is what it would smell like. This one is more on the fruit side and on the spice, like a cedar box. Bu is always like a fruit forward wine, but usually when you're in Spain, it's going to be much more masculine, very spicy, so you can cook it with chorizo, with food like stew, pieces of steak. Oh, that would be wonderful. And it stays for quite a long time, and it's not very, very powerful like a big Cabernet from the States. It's going to be the opposite. It's going to be more mellow, more soft, okay? The tannins are there, but since it has been aged in oak, well, then you feel that sort of caramel taste to it, and it's just lovely. So, to wrap it up, the English crash course, flash course, Spain, 2 regions to remember, Rioja, Ribera del Duero, the king of grape, it's Tempranillo. Tempranillo is very more masculine, fruit forward, but in the dark side, okay? Cedar box, spices, very food friendly. And 3 things to remember for age in oak. Age in oak. I'm dyslexic even in English. Crianza, 2 years of age. 1 at least in oak, let's say, up to 6 to 12 months. Reserva, 2 years, okay? 1 in the bottle, and then Grand Reserva, it's 5. So 2, 3, and 5. And the more you put it in oak, the more expensive it is, all right? But it tastes lovely, and it should age for quite a while. So for those of you who are there, thank you. Merci Geneviève, Danielle, Pauline, Nathalie, so many people, Jean-Sébastien. This is very cool. I'm going to speak French at 6 o'clock, and on va parler justement du but. On va jouer au jeu 20 mystères. In English, it should be coming very soon. We're practicing because I'm going to send you a special code to go to the SAQ to order your wine, okay? Online, if you can, we're going to find a solution, and then you'll be able to play with me at 20 mystères. All right? Ciao! See you later in French, 6 o'clock.